This video podcast is brought to you by McCarter Online.
It's going to be, I think, very different. That we've had to recast. We recast a lot of people. It's like half new and half from DC. It's going to be, I think, so it's because of we recast Viola, who's the central part, and that's creating like a lot of. I mean, really, the scenes she's in have to be in some way re-explored so that they're organic to her. Otherwise, you know, the whole she's the center of the play. She has to. It has to be feel very true to her, I think. So, that's forcing in a great way. It's like really exciting what's happening. Us all to go deeper, because we all of us who have done it before know so much about the play, and we're kind of being forced to ask the basic questions again, because these other people haven't been through that. So I think that it actually is going to be really different. I think also. I mean, I went to DC and I watched it many, many times over to try to see what I wanted to work on, and came out with some like big projects, mostly about this tonal question of kind of how to marry the kind of sadness and stasis of the first part with the wildness of the second part, and trying to figure out how to like calibrate that right. That's like my main project. And the stage is just 8 feet different, so we've had to cut off 8 feet from the set. But basically, the set is the same. So it's really the actors, and it's interesting because you can explore. All the costumes are the same, so it's sort of operating within a very rigid set of givens in a way. Great, luscious set of givens. But I think it's going to be richer and more complex and more true than it was before. I'm like, I can't believe that I have the indulgence of doing it again. I mean it every day. I'm like, well, is this how sweet is this? To get like one of the greatest plays ever written, and we just get to like reinvestigate it and go deeper in it. It's really a luxury. I feel like I'm getting to know the play in a much more intimate and confident way. Me too. Like I was worried about being funny before. I'm just not worried about that at all. I just know it will be. Just trust the humor of it. So it allows you also to go deeper. That you're not kind of trying to land comedy at all. Does that make sense?
How many rehearsals in DC and how many?
Oh my God! In DC it was a very, very long. It was like 2 months, and here it's 10 days. It's really short.
You had spoken about.
Wish me luck.
We talked about one scene yesterday. We were saying when we did this in DC, we had to sink really low so that we could then eventually get propped up. But we were really low at one point. You were talking about how zany and crazy. Right. But it's nice to have that. I mean, 2 months, that's an incredible amount of time.
Yeah, it was really long. Because it was for a reason, people had very restricted schedules, so it was extended. But yeah, in a way, some of these actors are saved from a torturous process that I have of like, we try out a million ideas until we find the one. So a lot of this, like they missed that kind of, some of it's fun, some of it's endless and excruciating.
This podcast has been brought to you by McCarter Theater in Princeton, New Jersey. For tickets, call 609-258-ARTS or visit www.mccarter.org.